Hi, this is Art Draw. Today we're going to draw Punk from Fortnitemares. So he's got a pumpkin head and like a pumpkin kind of tracksuit. So let's go at the top here. Let's just draw a little line at the top area here, sort of a little sort of off tangent line like that. That is the top of the stalk head. So I'm going to just draw another couple of lines that kind of taper in a little bit and curve like that. And that's going to be the top of the stalk. Next up, I'm going to draw a little curve underneath it. So just come up and around like that and taper out. That's the top of his head. And then what I'm going to do is probably just draw in like where his chin will be about there. And what I'm going to do is going to draw out pumpkin area out and around. So a nice little rounded area of pumpkin. Just bring out my pen, bring it out and around to about there. And then on the other side, sort of do the same sort of thing. Bring my pen out, nice curve out and around, sort of tuck it in underneath there like that, okay? So I've got that pumpkin head going on there, okay? Okay, so next up, now I've got that, I'm going to start drawing like this like hooded area around him on the sportswear. So kind of like either side, just underneath of that pumpkin. Just going to draw a couple of curves, and then I'm going to just join those up. So I'm just going to bring my pen down around here, join that up, and then what I'm going to do, I'm going to draw almost like bit of a tapered line of piping around it, comes around like that, okay? Now I've got that bit in, what I can do next is just work out the shoulders. So shoulders coming out this way. So I've got one shoulder sort of coming out sort of just underneath this area here. I'll just bring out a little line there. And this side, it's got a little line sort of coming out, same thing, so a little curved line just coming out down there, kind of denotes where the shoulders will be. Right, now I've got those in, I'm going to kind of work out where the underarms are going to be. So underarms are probably going to be, sort of, one's about there, one's probably around about there. So just denote that with a couple of dots, okay? Then I'm going to draw in this like sports top. So that probably comes down to about this point here. So what I'm going to do first of all, I'm just going to draw a line sort of from this underarm part, kind of like slouch wear, so just down like that. This side, just sort of curve it down a bit like that. Then he's got these zip pockets on either side and it actually pulls out the material. So just going to bring out a curve either side of this, kind of just brings it out, and then sort of return on that. So just bring it back in and down either side of that, just sort of curve like that. This then is finished off by the end of this sort of top, and I'm just going to draw a little curve up to where my finger is there. So just up to the finger and then back around like that, okay? It's got like his outer part of his clothing sort of there. There's some additional clothing that comes down, so it's kind of like almost like a little bib area that comes out sort of below it. So what that means is I'm going to draw out a little curve there, a little curve sort of from about here, and then just join that up with another sort of curve. It can be slightly wonky, it's not a problem, sort of like that, sort of waves along. That's all good. And then either side of that, the bib area sort of comes out and around. So I'm going to just, what I'm going to do is just sort of on this side, just draw sort of two diagonals out. So like 1, 2 there, just join them up. And then this side, it kind of comes out sort of from sort of here. So it just comes out there and kind of comes out and then curves around a bit like that. Now I've got those bits in. I'm going to draw this like sweater pants going on. So I'm going to first of all do a little curve here where sort of like the underside of the legs are. Then it's got like sweatpants that go down this way. So they probably come to about sort of this point. Okay, so what that means is I'm going to get my pen. I'm going to sort of go from this line here, just sort of draw in, wobble them around a bit, just sort of down, sort of taper it in. This side where I've got this curve, just bring that in, just sort of again, wobble it around like that and in there. This side, similar sort of thing, we're just going to wobble out the pen from the underside inner, and then the outer we can go from this point here, just bring our pen in, wobble it down and around like that. Cool, now I've got that in. He's got socks that are kind of pulled up, like pumpkin sort of style socks. So I'm going to do 2 lines on either leg. That's going to be sort of denoting the socks on there, okay? Cool. Right. So next up, I'm gonna get these boots in. So it's got a big old tongue on the boots, and they're mainly black. So actually, I'm gonna just curve up and around this sock. I'm just gonna draw a couple of curves, one there, and then I'm gonna have another sort of curve just next to it. And then I'm gonna write a little V in like that, either side of it. Then I'm gonna just get this tongue in, sort of curve around here. Both these feet are kind of coming out, so one kind of comes out this way, so just bring my pen around here, kind of curve it out, and just go back a bit where the heel is. Join that up. On that side, we're going to draw the same sort of thing, just coming down this way. So let's start with the heel. Just going to go down, so kick it down. Come in and out where the foot would be, around, and just join that up to the top there. Then what we're going to do, just going to draw in the underside, like the sole area of that, okay? There's a little band either side, so let's just pop that in for now, right? A little band either side of that. Okay, so we've got the main body parts in. Let's have a look at the arms. So the arms, just like this, the sort of tracksuit top coming down this way, probably comes down to about sort of this point. So I'm gonna just bring my pen down, sort of slouching down, sort of maybe tapering a little bit. And here, sort of coming from here, sort of tapering a little bit, sort of around there. Then we can just curve that off, join it up. This side, similar sort of thing. Maybe it comes out a little bit further, but it's about the same really. Let's do the inner part first. So just bring out your pen, curve it down and around, sort of round to about this point. This inner part is clothing, so a nice little curve, a couple of wobbles where the clothing sort of goes around him. And then just curve that up. He's got fingerless gloves on, so what does that look like? Okay, that's gonna come down probably sort of down here. I'm gonna start on the outer on this side, just bring your pen in a little bit by the cuff is, bring your pen out and in. Then we're going to draw a finger, so we're just going to bring a finger like along like that. Just draw an oblong, curve your pen around, and then we're going to do the thumb. The thumb just sort of hangs down next to it there, like that, okay? Just give a little hint of other fingers behind, just a couple of little oblongs in there. And then we can just draw like the fingerless elements. So just draw across there, and just draw across there, okay? On this side, similar sort of thing. So if we take the pen, let's go from the inner, just going to bring our pen out, draw a little oblong there where the thumb would be, curve our pen round, so we'll bring our pen down, that's where the finger is, we'll just bring it up that way like that. Then we can just draw in a couple of little oblongs, like 3 oblongs for the fingers there, and then we'll just draw in a curve, and then another curve up by there for the glove area. All right, so that is the main outer part of the pumpkin. Let's go to the top. Let's just add that bit of detail in, right? Start adding sort of that spooky Halloweenness to him. So I'm just going to join that point up there. I think that stalk sort of comes up and around, so I'm just going to draw a little wiggly bit in that pumpkin, and I think there's like a little leaf on the end of it, so I'm just going to pop my pen out and just draw a little curve for a leaf. Now, there's a few little bits sort of popping out like the kind of like side of the pumpkin head, so I'm just going to sort of get my pen, just draw a little curve. I'm just going to kind of give a hint of around here that the pumpkin is sort of textured. So maybe just draw a little line along here. I've got that nice sort of pumpkin-y sort of look around our character. Maybe just under the underside of the chin here as well. Just got that sort of curve of the pumpkin look. Right, just a few little squiggles of lines in there. And then we're going to pop the eyes and mouth in. So I'm going to pop a dot here, and I'm going to pop one about there. What I'm going to do is take my pen on this left-hand dot, curve around, and just go up like a menacing sort of eyebrow. Like that. This side, same sort of thing, just curve your pen and then straight up there. And then all we need to do then is kind of round from the top, from one side to the other side. So just round your pen around either side of that. Just going to pop a little curve on the inside just to show it's like carved. One there, and like one in there. And then with the mouth, it's got like a bit of a little grin on him with like stubbly little teeth. So I'm going to do a little arrowhead there. Let's do a little arrowhead there, either side. And then what we're going to do is just draw in like little notches. And you can do as many of these as you want. Doesn't really matter. And it can be all wobbly as well, it's not a problem. because it's a pumpkin, it's all sort of supposed to be sort of carved a little bit like that. So it's a little bit off kilter, which is fine. What just make sure is that just a few little sort of inner parts, so just sort of draw in around there so it just looks a bit 3D as well. So just a few little nodules going on around there, okay? Maybe we can just draw in like a little bit of a sort of pumpkin curve around him either side there. Okay, we've got that in. Now around the centre there's sort of almost like a bit of piping going on where the jacket must do up. So I'm going to pop 2 lines in the middle, and then I'm literally going to bring my pen down one side like that, and then maybe just kick it out at the end here. Same thing here on this side, just bring my pen down, kick it out at the end. It's a little dot where it must be like a little button. And then it's a black jacket with orange on it, and that's sort of a split. So to show that split, I'm just going to draw a line. So I'll draw a little curved line going here, and one on the other arm, sort of here. And then we're going to draw a line like in the middle here. So go up to that midline, leave a gap, go up to that midline there. Just a little bit of an idea of material piping. So I'm just going to sort of just draw where the shoulders are, just a couple of little lines just to denote that, just add to the detail. And then there's a triangle here. So just a line, chunky triangle, sort of like the branding on that. Okay, just down here where we're drawing these diagonals, it's like a zip. So I'm just going to draw around that like a rectangle, just move it up, and then a little, almost like a little triangle at the end of those to denote a little kick of a zip. Then there's a bit of piping going on in the at the bottom, sorry. So I'm just going to draw a line, a little bit of a tighter line around there, just like that, okay? A couple of bits of piping around the cuff. So just draw 2 lines either side of that. And then when we get to this area here, we've got 2 more triangles. So just sort of draw in some black triangles there. And then we've got like 2 little sort of ribbony bits that sort of come down from the end of that. So I'm just going to draw sort of little elongated rectangles. That kind of goes along the back. So I'm just going to draw a little curve there and then pipe that as well, a little curve like that. Then as we go really now to the socks, those I think have got a little sort of pumpkin element. So I'm just going to draw loads of little circles in there. And on that side as well. Cool. Okay, right, now I've got that in, what we can start doing is just a little bit of, I feel like it's quite, the lines are quite strong. So what I might do is just add just a little bit where we've got like the lighter bits, like the orange up here, just a little bit of hatching sort of in sort of the darker areas. The jacket, and you don't have to do this, but it's just quite a nice little thing to do. I feel like it kind of comes down here as well. Maybe this point in here, we can fill that in black. And then maybe just got a little hint of the cross hatching sort of along here. The top there. And as we move down, sort of get down to sort of this point, we can just pop a little bit on these orange bib bits around here. And then I think really we might do that on the shoes. So let's just, they are black, but I might use a very dark grey just to get them as a distinguish a little bit of differentiation of colour. And maybe there's just a kick up here as well. Okay, right, I think that's pretty cool. I'm going to go in and just get my black pen now and just fill in some of those darker areas. Right, so let's get the black pen and let's fill in around here for the jacket. So just block in a nice bit of inking now. Just blocking where those jackets are. One in there. So this bit's nicely blocked in. A bit at the bottom here, just block that. Same here. And then at the top here, it's just a nice bit of blocking. It's quite nice, fun sometimes just to get a nice bit of sort of blocking, inking in. Sort of makes the black and white version of the picture look so cool. I really love it. Bit of cross hatching as well really helps. And we're really just blocking in those, and the black always makes like the oranges pop So it's really nice to sort of do this for a Halloween style picture. Pop that in there, that looks good. Okay, let's just go now to the trouser area. I'm going to fill in these sweatpants with the Pro Marker Black. So you can just quickly fill all around him. All around the edges there. Cool. Okay. Before I get that nice orange in, what I might just do is just start getting like my darker colours in as well. So I'm just going to grab myself a nice dark grey, and I'm just gonna pop that colour into gloves like that, and shoes here. And actually, where I've got that band, I might actually just fill that in black. I'll just grab the black again now. And that just helps differentiate those colours there, really. Just grab the black, actually just fill in where those sock areas are. And yeah, let's just block in here where the trainers are. I think maybe there's just a bit of piping that goes around it, like that. Maybe we'll just pop a little circle in there just to make it look interesting. Okay, cool. Go and grab myself a nice yellow now. So grab that yellow. And what I'm going to do, he's got yellow in his eyes, and I'm going to just give a nice base to my pumpkin as well. So I'm just going to block in like a yellow in here, and just sort of block that yellow across a lot of the pumpkin. So there's a nice sort of glowing base to it all, really, I suppose. Especially in the central point. That's pretty cool. Maybe a little bit of a chip of white just on this side, so just sort of leave a little bit. And just fill these bits in here. And these are nicely blocked in. Okay, that yellow's done there. And then really there's a bit of differentiation with the colour here, so I'm just gonna sort of just block that yellow there. Like that, okay? Right, now, I'm just gonna go grab myself a nice zingy Halloween orange. I'm going to fill in all the nice Halloween-y bits. So I feel like actually he's fingered are a skin colour rather than an orange. So I'm just going to fill skin colour in there. And then what I'm going to do is just start blocking in with this lovely orangey Halloween-y colour, right? So just block it in now. Get a nice orange, and it starts looking a lot more like Halloween. Nice, vibrant orange. Really sort of plug in that colour. Down there. And the zip areas here. The centre bit now, this can be this nice zingy orange. There's a nice differentiation between that sort of yellowy colour and the orange. It sort of splits as the jacket splits colour. Go along there, these bits here. These little trailing bits. This little bit at the back. And then we'll just sort of plug in the colour here as well. Right. Then as we go down here, we've got those cool little Halloween-y socks. So I'm just going to block in those little pumpkin-y socks he's got. And then the nice sort of sole area is a cool sort of pumpkin orange too. All right, that looks cool. Now we've got to pop that orange onto the top area of the head. So before I do that, I'm just going to go grab myself a slight gold colour. And I'm just going to start just blocking in a bit more sort of a softer orange. So I've got this nice kind of yellow base, and I've got sort of more of a goldy colour. I can just plug in around it. I'll go to the middle here, and it's just a little bit of a softer look. And I'm going to round around this pumpkin as well, so we'll make it look a little bit 3D. as well, but we can sort of start plugging in around the edges there. Again, just trying to leave a little chip of just light on the edge. Just going to swap pen and just sort of draw up. Nice, I've got a nice sort of, just a little bit more sort of sympathetic sort of pumpkin-y colour. Actually, maybe just a little bit of this. Just sort of trail into that gold as well. Along there, there we go, so it sort of matches up. Then what I will do is go grab myself this orange, and I'm going to just give it the darker points now. I'm just going to hit those more Halloween-y points. This will match up a bit more with the top. So we'll go in here, and it's just matching it off. And I use the lined area of the pen sort of to just blend it almost between the yellows of the pumpkin and the oranges. So if we get into here, we can just, all this part at the bottom can be a nice sort of shadowy sort of colour, but I think some of these bits here, just blocking, just be a little bit more sympathetic about sort of the pumpkin colour. And as we've done these little lines, it kind of looks like kind of like the style of a pumpkin there as well. Just do an orange in there, just fill in some orange areas there. And then, like I was saying, he's got sort of very deep dark eyes, so I'm just going to get myself this dark grey again. I'm just going to draw a curve in there, and then like a little curve in here, and I'm going to colour that area there so it sort of shows it's darker. Gives it an effect that the eyes are inside there. And then this point in here, I'm going to get that pen. Just going to block it all in so it shows it's all like really dark, all behind the scenes. There we go. All right, just one more thing. I just want to add a little touch of green flourish to the top. I'm just going to plug in a bit of green there for the top of him. All right, okay. There we go. That is Punk from Fortnitemares on Art Draw. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.